Overview of deep water well rotary drilling. Deep water well drilling is the process of making a hole using a drill string with a drill bit attached to its end. The drill string is composed of carbon steel drill rods rotated clockwise. The bit cuts the soil and rocks. A drilling fluid or mud, which is a mixture of clay, water, and chemicals from the rig pump, is pumped down the drill string through the kelly and it sits at the bit to cool the bit during drilling and carry the cuttings up to the surface. The mud and cuttings go into the mud and cuttings pit, also known as a settling pan, and overflows into the suction pit. The rig pump sucks the clean mud and recirculates the mud again to the system. There are at least 3 personnel operating the rig. The drilling engineer, which prepares a drilling plan and oversees the entire operation. The driller is in charge of drilling the hole as per design drilling parameters. The technician, also a sampler, looks after the equipment and maintenance. Truck-mounted rotary drilling rig. The rig equipment are assembled and mounted on a truck for quick and easy mobilization and installation even on rough and rugged terrains. The carrier truck is specially designed as the prime mover to carry the drilling rig components either on mobile or during drilling. The rig pump or mud pump is in charge of circulating the drilling fluid or mud through the system. The cooler cools the engine that drives the rig pump. The hydraulic reservoir stores hydraulic fluid or hydraulic oil for use around the rig. The hydraulic cylinders is in charge of raising the mast up and down using hydraulic pressure. The water injection system is a network of pipes used for water injection. The driller's console are the controls that are manipulated during drilling. The rotary table is a mechanical device that provides clockwise rotational force to the drill string to facilitate the process of drilling a borehole. The swivel is also a mechanical device that hangs directly under the traveling block and directly above the kelly. It provides the ability for the kelly and the drill string to rotate while allowing the traveling block to remain in a stationary rotational position. A traveling block is a set of sheaves located at the mast for lowering and lifting heavy stuff like the drill string or anything below, in and out of the wellbore. The mast is a structural tower assembled in a horizontal position near the ground and then raised to the operating vertical position. The pipe storage is an area on the rig deck where pipes or subs or crossovers are safely and properly arranged. The compressor sucks in air and increases the air pressure for circulation during air jetting. The drilling setup. The rig pump is in charge of circulating the drilling fluid through the system. The jaw works is the primary hoisting machinery on the rig, which provides a means for raising and lowering the traveling block via a drilling line or wire rope. The mast is a structural tower assembled in a horizontal position near the ground and then raised to the operating vertical position. The traveling block is a set of sheaves located at the mast for lowering and lifting heavy stuff like the drill string or anything below it, in or out of the wellbore. The swivel is a mechanical device that hangs directly under the traveling block and directly above the kelly. It provides the ability for the kelly and the drill string to rotate while allowing the traveling block to remain in a stationary rotational position. The Kelly is a pipe with 4 or 6 sides with a center hole on its entire length. It serves as a path for the drilling fluid or mud, air, or water to pass through. The Kelly also transfers rotational motion to the drill string from the rotary table and allows the drill string to be raised or lowered as it rotates. The rotary table is a mechanical device that provides clockwise rotational force to the drill string to facilitate the process of drilling a borehole. The discharge pipe is the passage of the drilled cuttings or any fluids coming out from the wellbore. It is also where measurements are taken to determine the flow and pressure of the water. The mud and cuttings pit is a mini pond which collects all the effluents coming out from the discharge pipe. You can always add another pit as a settling pond. From there, the drilling fluid or mud is recirculated back to the system using the rig pump. Drill rods are segments of carbon steel pipes which are joined together to form a drill string. The drill string is hung on the Kelly and is used to provide rotational torque to the bit to drill and act as passage of drilling fluid from the surface to the bit. The drill bit is a tool used to cut or crush the rock by rotary motion from the drill string. A hole is then made by the continuous turning of the drill bit. The rig pump transfers any fluids into the system through the swivel and then down to the Kelly and down to the drill string. It exits at the drill bit, goes up to the annulus, which is a space between the hole and the drill string, and is discharged into the mud or cuttings pit. The first step in the drilling process is to drill a 22-inch hole from ground surface using a 22-inch drill bit and 4-inch drill rod. The 22-inch hole will be drilled to 5 meters. Next is the installation of 20-inch temporary casing and cement grout. The 20-inch temporary casing is now installed inside the 22-inch hole. A cement grout is also applied. This provides well stability and prevents cave-in of near surface rocks and soils. Also, it prevents entry of rainwater or surface waters into the well. Next is to drill a 12-inch pilot hole. Pilot hole is a pre-drilled hole to open the well when the formation is hard in order to avoid damage of the drill string and bit, such as splitting and cracking. Creating pilot holes means using less rotational torque and force to drill the next bigger hole. The 12-inch pilot hole is drilled using 4-inch drill rods down to 150 meters. Next is to drill the 17.5-inch main production hole. This uses a drill bit of 17.5-inch inside a 12-inch pilot hole down to 150 meters. 4-inch drill rods are used to drill the 17.5 production hole down to 150 meters. During drilling, aquifers are encountered as the hole deepens. An aquifer is hit when there is an increase of the water component in the drilling fluid exiting the well. Engineers note these aquifer depths to determine the depth of the well screens to be used later. A geological survey is then conducted. There are two surveys conducted. The first is resistivity survey with a unit of ohms. High ohms reading around 100 ohms means higher potential for water. Low potential is half of it. The second survey is self-potential with the units of millivolts. Lesser millivolts means less potential for water. Next is the installation of 12-inch blank casings. The 12-inch casing is spiral welded with 9 millimeters thick inside the 17.5-inch production hole. These blank casings are installed or placed on non-producing zones of the well. The water from the aquifers now starts to accumulate at the well, say at this height. This is called the top of water or static water level SWL. This is a picture of a 12-inch spiral welded casing with 9 mm thickness, courtesy of indiamart.com. Next is the installation of 12-inch well screens to be placed and installed on producing zones. The well screens are 12-inch stainless steel casing with continuous slot wire wound inside the 17-inch production hole. This is a picture of the well screens with 12-inch stainless steel casing continuous slot wire wound, courtesy of Guangxing Screens. After the blank casings and well screens are installed, this is now the well setup. 20-inch temporary casing down to 5 meters. The well screens installed on producing zones with a 12-inch stainless steel casing continuous slot wire wound. This is the 17.5 production hole. This is the 12-inch blank casing with spiral welded and 9 mm thickness. There is a sump of the bottom with welded bottom cap. Backwashing is pumping pure water to the well using the rig pump to remove bentonite mud which was used during the drilling process and also to remove sand. Water is pumped from the rig pump and goes down the drill string, exits the drill string and goes up the annulus. It goes to the 4-inch discharge pipe and into the mud and cuttings pit. Bentonite mud is a special formulation of fluid, also called drilling fluid, which provides hydrostatic pressure to prevent formation fluids from entering into the wellbore. It helps stabilize the drilled hole to prevent sloughing and caving in. The bentonite mud keeps the drill bit cool during drilling. It carries the drill cuttings from the bit to the surface. When the drilling is momentarily stopped, the drilling fluid can suspend drill cuttings so it won't clump around the bit. When the bit is clumped with cuttings, the bit and drill string get stuck and this will cause drilling problems. Gravel packing is the manual pouring of 4 to 7 millimeters graded gravel. Gravel is poured from the bottom to 15 meters below surface. It is poured between the 12-inch casings and the 17-inch hole. The space between the hole and the casing is called the annulus. While pouring gravel, the well is being circulated with pure water to help compact the pebbles or gravel. The water comes down the drill string, exits the drill string, goes up the annulus into the discharge pipe and goes into the mud and cuttings pit. Make sure not to put any unwanted foreign objects to the gravel packing. This is the end of the water well drilling process. The well is fully drilled to target depth of 150 meters. The well is stable and secured. Stay tuned for the next presentation, which is called Water Well Development. Thank you.